Yeah, they call me famous, but that's just my name. I'm rooted in oil, that's my real claim to fame. Rooted in essential oils is about a health journey, sharing what's real and true. Natural wellness, a plant-based point of view. Got essential oils, the power is real. Helping you live healthier, that's the whole deal. Cause I'm rooted in essential oils, where the journey begins. From clean beauty to home essentials, we're all in. DIY recipes, demos on the way. I have oil for everything and root in essential oils. Yeah. Yeah, they call me famous, but that's just my name. I'm rooted in oil, that's my real claim to fame. Rooted in essential oils is about a health journey, sharing what's real and true. Natural wellness, a plant-based point of view. Got essential oils, the power is real. Helping you live healthier, that's the whole deal. Cause I'm rooted in essential oils, where the journey begins. From clean beauty to home essentials, we're all in. DIY recipes, demos on the way. I have oil for everything and root in essential oils. Yeah.
Y'all. Welcome. So my diffusers are like right there. And if you're not familiar with the diffuser, it's basically vapors with water and essential oils. And they basically create a beautiful scent, and you can mix and match whatever scent. I'm looking a little tilted. You can mix and match whatever scent you would like in your diffuser. Tonight I am using eucalyptus. I am using, well, it's called Eucalyptus Escape. We got New Heights and Red Cedar Bliss. So those are the oils that I'm using. Two of these are blends, so there's multiple oils in them. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Welcome in. I am ready to get started and talk about the topic. So if you're not familiar with the channel, I'm all about health and wellness and using natural plant-based things like essential oils that I just used, but so much more. So cleaning supplies, all natural. Hygiene products, all natural. Skincare products, natural. Like, we are a vegan when it comes to our daily product usage. And I like to educate that on the channel so my people are more aware that they can use them too. And if you want to use what I'm using, you can click the link in the description because it is my business and I try to make it your business so you're more aware and in tuned on what you can use more naturally. And yes, we are all about that holistic living. Um, and love what I do here, love what I talk about. I am not a doctor, I am not a nurse, I'm nothing in the medical field. But what I can tell you is my own experience and what I have researched. So that is what I do here is talk about health and wellness in different aspects, like using natural things for your everyday needs. But I also do physical activity like working out. I also do healthy eating. I am a chef, so love to cook, and you'll see more of that throughout the year. But yeah, this whole month of January, and where did January go, y'all? January is like that. It's gone, y'all. Today is the last day of January, and it blew by so quickly. But that's how the year's gonna go. We know how quick the year can go, and you're like, well, it's January again. It's going quick. So don't let time pass you by you just sitting on your thumbs or your fingers or your hands and you're not doing anything to support your health 2026. As you see, we're already done with January. So on the website, if you go to the website and you shop around or look around, you do get free things in return. So if you do a loyalty order, you can get free products. Those are called gifts with purchase. And today's the last day of those gifts with purchase for January. So in February, it will be something different for the gifts with purchase. Every single month, there are gifts with purchase. They just change up every month to month. So on the first, they change up. I'll talk about it more tomorrow. So yes, you'll see me tomorrow. But yeah, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. If you want to come on out of the bushes, you can do so. Let me know you're here. And we're going to get started. So this whole month we have been talking about supplements. And again, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nurse, I'm nothing in the medical field. If you decide to do any of the supplements that I'm talking about, which you can, and they are natural, but just talk to your healthcare provider before starting a new supplement, just to make sure it's a good fit for you, especially if you're on any kind of prescription medication. You don't want it to interfere with what you're currently taking. And it is important to let your doctor know, like, hey, I'm going to start this new supplement. Is it going to affect me in a good or bad way? Just talk to your healthcare provider. But tonight we are going to be talking about supplements that are all more plant-based, no synthetics and things like that, and versus food. So it's really not versus food. It's more supporting what you're not getting from your food. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And if you have anything that you would like to add, definitely throw it in the comments. Would love some engagement. Welcome in, welcome in. I see you. Bravo. Welcome. Hello. I make Lego stop motion. Okay. Whatever that means. But thank you for being here. Hit the thumbs up while you're here. So yes, that is what we're going to be talking about, is filling in the gaps with supplements. I don't say supplements are a replacement for your food. And we all know our food is just not the same as it used to be, especially if you're like my age or even older. You know, there's a lot of processed things in today's world. So everything is either processed or synthetically made, and a lot of fillers and preservatives and things, just not great for your health when it comes to food. And you're not getting the same nutrition or nutrients from your food from like years ago. So like when I was younger, yes, food was a lot different. And then now today, you're not getting that same nutrients from the food you may be ingesting. So we're going to talk about what you can do to fill in those gaps. And I am an advocate for supplementing for your nutrition. But if you go outside of what I use, and I'll be showing it on the screen, but if you go outside of what I use, just make sure you do your research on that company that you're using and make sure they're doing a third party testing, because you don't want just the company saying, hey, this is what it is. You want some outside source to be like, hey, this is what we found. This is what we know to be true. So always find companies that do third party testing, and with the company that I'm with, they do third party testing. So that's a great thing, and it's all herbal supplements, which is another great thing. You're not getting a bunch of the fillers, the artificial things. And yes, there are artificial vitamins and nutrients that man has made, but you can get it from natural sources. So let's talk about it. And I'm drinking water, y'all. All right. Let me get my screen sharing. I hope everyone had a great day today. Happy Saturday. Happy weekend. I actually did have to work today. So if you didn't know, I work 2 physical jobs, and they are demanding. They are demanding. But I didn't work very long, and I didn't want this on the screen just yet. And it's not showing. Remove. Yeah, we're going to remove real quick. And we got a small little layout. Bear with me, y'all. I'm trying to pull up the website. The website's not up. If you would like to get to the website, just click the link in the description. The link will take you to the website where we're about to go. I am not the owner of this company. I am a brand partner within the company. So that means I'm able to educate, but also sell their products and make a commission off of it. And the company is called Young Living. So if you would like to get to the website, please click the link in the description. It will take you there. You will be connected to me. If you have any questions or want to reach out, you can and ask more in-depth questions. But again, I only do my own research, so I'm no doctor, but I can definitely point you in the right direction. All right, we're going to share the screen. And if you would like to do the business, you can definitely do it. And I would love to have more business partners in 2026. And if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know and we can get you started today. No salesy things. You're not buying a bunch of product to sell or anything like that. You basically buy what you need and then talk about it to other people. And if they choose to order from your link, then you make a commission off of it. And even if you don't want to do the business, but you're a customer, you can make credit. So basically get your products paid for without spending your money. And all you have to do is just share your link, because everyone has a link when they sign up as a customer. And there's no annual fee or anything like that. So you're not paying a bunch of money to be a brand partner with the company, which is a great thing. But this is what the website looks like. And I really didn't have a specific thing for you to look at. So we're going to just leave it right here. And all month long, again, we've been talking about supplements. And I'm just going to bounce back and forth through the chat, make sure I'm not missing anybody, and I'm not. And we're going to get started. So I will be looking at my notes that I have right here. So the whole live is going to be about supplements versus whole foods. What fills in the gaps? So the purpose of this live is to help people understand why both food and supplements matter. And it's really important. They both coexist, my opinion. Remove confusion and guilt. Am I failing if I supplement? So I know there's some people out there that are like, I don't take supplements, I'm against supplements. I am for supplements. Just because I know you don't get everything from your food, especially if you don't have the healthiest meal placement in place. you're not going to get the nutrients that you need, and or you're eating a bunch of junk, and you're definitely not getting what you need from your food. So um, I'm a big advocate for supplements, but again, I just make sure I'm using a third party tested company that is using supplements and testing their products. But also, I like herbal supplements. So I don't like the synthetic or the fake, or, just things that are just not from a whole food source. Um, this is going to teach you how to supplement. This is going to teach you how to supplement in real life and not replace food. So I don't use supplements to replace food, if that makes sense. So I'm not only just taking supplements. I do eat a healthy, balanced diet as much as I can. Um, and then I use my supplements to support and fill in the gaps that where I'm not getting my nutrients from the food. And do I eat healthy all the time? No. If you've seen me in December, I'm not always the one to eat healthy every single day, 365 out of the year. I do indulge in sweets and things like that, but slowly making better choices and being mindful of what I'm putting in my body. This is also going to empower people to make better, realistic, healthy choices. So you can be a little more in tune in what you're using on a daily. So, if food is the foundation, supplements are the support beam. And that's what I was basically saying earlier. Your supplements should support you and not replace what you're doing. For my body type, I feel like I have to have at least 3 meals a day, even if they're small meals. And my meal plan may not be your meal plan. I know different body types take different things, so keep that in mind. But again, talk to your healthcare provider before changing up and doing something different. You just want to consult with a doctor. You can eat clean and still have gaps. So just because you're eating the most healthiest meals throughout the day, if you're not getting the right nutrients, you're still going to have gaps. And not everything that you consume will have all vitamins and nutrients and minerals. You're just not going to have it in your everyday meal session. It's just not a realistic thing. So, again, that's why I like to use supplements. Set set expectations. So this is education, not medical advice. Everybody everybody's body and lifestyle is different. This live is about real life, not perfection. So keep that in mind. We're not looking for perfection. If you caught my other live where I said that in that live, and I'm saying it again, we're not looking for perfection. We're looking for consistency. Consistency is where you start to build on those lifestyles, and those habits become more than just like a cliche, or something that you're just doing for now to get by, and then within like a month you're like, oh, it didn't work, so I'm not doing that anymore. You want to build on it and keep it simple. Keep it simple. So why foods come first? We all know we get a lot from our foods, like minerals, vitamins, nutrients. It's all a big part of what food does for our body. It gives us the energy that we need, the like rest. It makes our skin look great. There's a lot that comes into what you're eating. So whole foods provide fiber, and I say whole foods, not just like processed foods. You're not really getting anything out of that besides a unhealthy diet. Um, and when you think of whole foods, I think of like fruits and vegetables. Like those are whole foods. There's no additives or things in them, or there should not be anything in them or added to them. We all know whole foods provide fiber, which is great for your digestive system, enzymes, which is also great for your digestive system, and basically your absorption of your nutrients and vitamins. Um, your natural your nutrient works better together with natural things. So when you're consuming a lot of natural plant-based um, fruits and vegetables, like your body's just going to work a lot better. It's going to feel better. It's going to digest better. You're going to get a lot more from it. But that's not always the case because remember, as I said, your fruits and vegetables are just not the same as what they used to be. And we'll talk about that here in a minute. But fruits and vegetables have antioxidants. And that's a great thing because if you're not familiar with antioxidants, they're basically free radicals form in your body and they basically fight off those free radicals. So if you're not getting antioxidants, then your body is going to be filled with those free radicals, which in return give you bad health and they can manifest into other things. And then you have symptoms or sickness within your body. And then you start showing those sicknesses, and it's just not a great thing. So, the more fruits and vegetables, the better. The more you're putting things that are good for your gut, the better. Antioxidants are great, and a lot of fruits and vegetables have antioxidants. Healthy fats, we all know what some healthy fats are. Um, my favorite healthy fats that I like to consume are olive oil and avocado. Those are just two to name, but there are other healthy fats that you can use. Some unhealthy fats that are not the greatest is vegetable oil. That's not good. Canola oil, not good. Um, it's those hydrogenated oils that are just not good for you. And when you're consuming those, it's clogging up things, it's building up fatty tissue in your body. And then eventually you're going to start having that fatty tissues like build up, and then you're gaining weight, which builds cholesterol and just turns into a lot of health issues. So you want to keep with those healthier fats. And there are so many solutions to the healthier fats, um, but just make better choices when it comes to that. Healthy fats, absorption of fat solubles and vitamins. So it's really good for your absorption. Your absorption is really good when you start doing the healthier fats. When you use those unhealthier fats, you're not going to absorb like the healthy fats. And they don't do great. They're not good for you. Protein. I am a person who gets protein from meat or animal products, and I try to keep it lean. Um, but there's also protein through some of your fruits and nuts and things like that. So you can get protein from other things, but I feel like because I'm not a vegan or a vegetarian, I do indulge in that meat, animal products. But protein equals muscle repair equals um, your hormones, great for your hormones. Um, love to have balanced hormones. And I know it's more for ladies We know that ladies, they're really strong about their hormones and in balance. But men, you have hormones too. And it is important to keep your hormones balanced as well. Um, and then supplements do not replace. So your supplements don't replace chewing. It doesn't replace digestion. It doesn't replace lifestyle habits. I'm going to say that again. Supplements do not replace chewing, digestion, and lifestyle habits. Your supplements are there to support you, not to like replace like, oh, I don't want to chew. And I know you're probably like, well, what do you mean by chewing? Like there are people out in the world that don't want to chew. They do not want to chew. And I used to work in a hospital for people with eating disorders, and some of the patients did have this disorder where they just don't like to chew. So they did a lot of shakes and things like that, but that is not, you're just not going to get everything you need from just your blended shakes. Chewing is a good thing, but digestion is also important. So if you're not digesting your food correctly and properly, and you're not putting good bacteria into your gut, or you're just not taking care of your gut and you're eating all this processed food, you're going to have a bad gut, which in return is going to turn into a lot of health issues. They can turn in the worst way, and that's not what we want. So let's take care of that gut, and it will take care of you. I always say your gut is like your second brain, so take care of it. Lifestyle habits, we know. Supplements do, for me, when I started taking supplements, it was a little tricky to get in the habit of taking them in a consistent way. So what I did was get a pill case. That way I could. And every morning I just grab what I need out of the pill case for the day and I take them with me. In the beginning, I was taking them all at once. And it was probably like maybe I started off with 2, but then it slowly progressed into 4 and 5 and 6. And then I think at one point in time, I had like 8 or 9 different vitamins and minerals that I was taking. And I was like, this is too much. I need to figure out what works best for me. So, yeah, make sure you're not doing that, because there is a such thing of taking too much and you're just not doing justice for your body. Um, but it is a change that you have to make and get used to, but it's not to replace anything that, I mean, it's a new habit that you're going to start doing. Even when I eat well, life happens. So we all know things happen. If you hurt me the other day, I actually left my vitamins here at home, but luckily I had to pick up my son from school, so I was able to come back home by noon and get them. If that didn't happen, I wouldn't have had my vitamins for the day. But it does happen where I end up forgetting to grab my vitamins for the day. So life happens, but don't let it hinder you. Stay consistent. There are other ways. Like I do keep, if you are familiar with Ninja Red, I keep that in the car. So I definitely drank a lot of Ninja Red when things like that happen. I keep Ninja Red everywhere where I go. So it's in the car, it's upstairs in the bedroom, it's in the kitchen. I have some right here in front of me that I'm looking at. I keep it. I have some in the basement. So I love to have my supplements, but life does happen. So even when you can't eat well, just make sure you You're doing your part. Stay consistent. Hello, hello. Welcome in Life with Tasharia. Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I'm talking about supplements and versus food and filling in the gaps with supplements. So we're not replacing your food with supplements. We're adding supplements to support you in a better way. So that is what we're talking about. And if you have anything to chime in, you can throw it in the chat. We'll definitely make sure we read it. So why food alone often isn't enough. So we all know, again, I said this already, but we know our food is just not the same as it was when we were a lot younger. Um, and there's a lot of things that play into that. So, and I'm talking more about whole food, so things that you grow and things like that. So some things can make that difference is the soil depletion. So that means there's not going to be a lot of nutrients in there to produce whatever you're growing. So you're not getting a lot of nutrients just because of the soil. That's one reason why. There's also food picked early. We know a lot of farms and places will harvest their produce a little early, and then they get into these refrigerators or coolers, and then they don't ripe. They don't ripe. So now they get to the store, you buy them, and then it's almost like the avocados. You know, those take a little while to ripen. Or what's another one? Like if you've had oranges where they're not as sweet, they taste a little tart or maybe even sour. Like sometimes they just pick them way too early. They're not getting enough nutrients and they're picked early. So now it's just like the quality of that produce is just not the same. And then you have those long shipping times. So sometimes they come from across the world and sometimes they come from like California or Florida. And the weather may affect it getting to the consumer or wherever it's supposed to reach. And then once it does, like it's just not the same. You're not getting what you need from your produce. So this is another reason why you should think about supplements. And if you're a supplement advocate, put it in the chat. Put supplements. If you are a person that likes to take supplements, just put in the chat supplements. All right, busy schedules can also affect. So as you heard in the beginning, I have 2 physical jobs, but I'm also a husband, I'm also a father, and I have a lot going on. I'm a YouTube content creator. Like I do a lot, and I do have a busy schedule. So sometimes that equals me skipping meals or I didn't eat a meal. And like today, I worked today, didn't have breakfast, um, got home, cleaned up the house, didn't have lunch. It was kind of, yeah, I kind of did have somewhat of a lunch, but it was tortilla chips and then my husband brought menudo. So now I ate menudo, but then I had like a small bowl of that. And then for dinner, I had another small bowl of menudo. So I didn't eat 3 meals a day today. And it's because of my busy schedule. And I didn't feel the greatest this morning. So I felt like sickness was coming on me. So I took my inner defense supplement this morning when I was at work, and I was like, okay, this is going to knock whatever. And I took vitamin C. So I'm like, yeah, we're going to be good. And then I get home, start cleaning up, and yeah, then time just passes you by. It's not waiting for no one. So busy schedules can affect that as well. Stress. We all go through stress, whether it's big or small, but it can also deplete your nutrients. Stress like feeds off of that. If you're stressed, you're not taking any kind of stress management or anything to support your stress, it's going to deplete your nutrients, which means you're going to have lower energy, which means now that stress, those free radicals are going to start feeding on certain parts of your body or um, the nutrients that you may intend to need for energy. Now it's being used for something else or being eaten up by something else. So stress is a thing that you need to manage and manage it well. And what I do for stress is I definitely use my essential oils. That's why I've got them going on right behind me. They can definitely help with your stress relief, but also meditation. Um, there's a lot of different things. Working out, those all help with stress, and I do every all three of those daily. I use my essential oils. I work out and do yoga and physical activity, and sometimes I will even sit in silence. I will talk to God. Like those are the things that I do for stress relief. You can do other things outside of that. You can go for walks outside. You can walk inside. You can take a bath. Like there's a lot of different things that you can do for stress relief. Aging also will affect the absorption. So as you get older, your absorption rate of you taking in the nutrients that you're getting is going to reduce. So the older you get, the slower everything starts to go. The older you get, the slower things starts to go in your body. So um, your absorption rate is not the same as when you were like 20. And aging is just it's just part of age. So supplementing is definitely a good thing to do, especially if your absorption rate is being reduced. And if you have all of those going on, then yeah, you definitely need to make some lifestyle changes. It's definitely something you should definitely look into and talk to your healthcare provider on what you can do. But yeah, examples: magnesium, depletion from stress. So I do take magnesium on a daily basis. I don't know if I even took it today. I don't have my other pants on. They're in my other pants. But I think I did not take my magnesium today. And I usually do. B vitamin, I haven't taken today. And I won't take it today just because it's too late. But I'll start taking B vitamin tomorrow. But B vitamin depletion from caffeine. Um, Caffeine will burn up your energy, and B vitamin is really good for energy. Hello, pre-retirement days. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for being here. We are talking about supplements versus whole foods, but it's really me talking about supplements that are going to fill in the gaps that you're not getting from your food intake. So that's what we're talking about tonight. But thank you for being here. Happy Saturday. Hope all is well. All right, fiber gaps from low veggie intake. So if you're not getting enough fiber in your daily diet, then you should definitely make a change to that. If you haven't heard, I always add at least 2 to 3 vegetables to my meals. So usually definitely for dinner. But if I'm eating any kind of protein, I'm going to add 2 to 3 vegetables, different vegetables, and try not to go starchy or high carbs. Those are things that I try to go away from. Um, so yes, I do eat potatoes from time to time, but I don't do it like on a weekly basis. Um, it's probably like once or twice out of the month with like potatoes. If I am gonna pick a potato though, I will pick a sweet potato because they're just better for you. But try to go with 2 to 3 vegetables on your plate, even if they are raw. But fiber is really, really good for you. And if you're not getting enough, there are supplements that you can take. Um, you're not deficient because you're lazy. You're living in 2026. You're not deficient because you're lazy. You're living in 2026. So if we've made it this far in life, I'm not saying you're lazy. I'm saying you made it this far. But if you want to make it even further, let's start making healthier choices for 2026 and forward. Let's do that. All right. So, what supplements actually do? What supplements actually do? So, supplements fill in the gaps. They are not for replacing your meals. They're supposed to support you in different aspects depending on what supplement you're currently taking. They can help with immune support. They can help with eye support. They can help with bone structure. They can help with just depending on what you're taking. They can do different things throughout your body. There are some that can do multiple things. That's why they're called multivitamins. Um, And with the supplements that I take that are from the website that you see on the screen, they are infused with essential oils. So that means the absorption rate are a lot better than what you can get from the grocery store. And it is third party tested. So that means a different company is testing these products to make sure that Young Living is saying what they're doing, and they are. So they fill in the gaps, restore what foods can't always provide. So we know our foods are not giving all the nutrients and vitamins that they used to give back in the day. They are just not the same. A lot of processed, a lot of different things that are added to the soils. There are pesticides and things that are sprayed. There's wax that are put on the fruits and vegetables. Like there's just a lot going on with today's world's produce. And um, one thing I am going to be doing in 2026 is growing some of my own fruits and vegetables. Maybe not fruit, but more on the vegetable side. And when I was younger, I definitely had a garden and I missed that. But I don't have a yard here, so can't really do too much. But we're gonna do something this season, and I'm excited for that. But support consistency. So make sure you're supporting your consistency. Make sure you're setting reminders. If this is like a first time thing for you when it comes to supplement intake, like set reminders so you know when to take your supplements. Be consistent with it because that's the only way your body will feel better and do better, is if you're consistent with it. And then you'll see a difference for the outcome. You'll be like, okay, the supplement that I'm currently taking is actually working. I'm not wasting my money on it. And you'll see a difference, especially if you start using what I use here. And there's a lot of different supplements on the website. So look into the website. You'll definitely see some things and you'll be like, oh, yeah. Aids absorption. So as I mentioned before, a lot of the supplements are infused with different essential oils, and the oils are all natural, but they are infused with those oils, which means when you take them, they release in mostly your gut, but you're going to absorb them a lot better just because of those essential oils are in there. And then they will latch on to your cell membranes, which means you're going to absorb them in a longer period. So most of the time when you take supplements, some of those supplements that you get from like the grocery store, you take them, they disperse in your gut or different parts of your body, and then you flush them out and you didn't absorb what you needed from them. So you're basically wasting your money. They're not latching on to the cell membranes. They are not you're not being able to absorb the minerals and nutrients from it. So that's why I always say these ones are just way better. They absorb a whole lot better. Support targeted needs. So if you have certain needs that you need for your body, look into what will support that. So if you have like a deficiency in D vitamins, look into what would support that. If you're low on energy, look into what will support your energy levels. Your hormone balance, look into something that will help with that. Like there are different targeted supplements, and they do work. And all of that you can find on the website. All right. Supplements support the body's work. They do not do the work for you. And I kind of want to retract that because I feel like, yes, supplements support the body. But with these supplements, they kind of do the work. I mean, you don't want to just rely on them, but they do the work. They will do the work. And you'll be like, yeah, I feel a difference when I take these. Unlike the ones you may be taking at the grocery store. They just are not the same. They don't absorb in your body like they should. I'm not missing anyone. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, please hit the thumbs up. And thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right, so let me see. I'm not sure how long we've been here. We've been here for 48 minutes. I got 12 minutes left, so I'm gonna kind of like speed through, but not too fast. But supplements food plus supplements equals a team. So you want an A team on your side, especially when it comes to food and supplements. But side by side examples of these would be like food equals leafy greens, supplements equal magnesium. Food equals berries, supplements equals concentrated antioxidants. So let's go back to the food equals leafy greens, supplements equals magnesium. There is a super magnesium that I do take that I didn't take today. So I'm slipping on that, but I will take it tomorrow. But it's a good one. I definitely feel a difference when I take magnesium. When I first heard of magnesium, I was like, what is that for? Like what does it do? This one is a super magnesium, so it will help support over 300 functions in the body. So it doesn't just help with one certain area. It's going to do an overall. It's almost like a multivitamin, if you will. Yes. With the food equals berries, supplements equals concentrated antioxidants. Sir, please stop. Thank you. One of the antioxidants that I liked. Hey, I'm doing a live right now. I'm almost done, okay? Give me 10 minutes, okay?
Okay.
Go tell Alexa. Say, Alexa, go set the timer for 10 minutes. And don't come this way because you don't have any clothes on.
I do.
No, you don't. You're in your underwear. And there's weirdos on the computer. Not right now, but they could be lurking. We don't want that. All right. So, and I wasn't calling anyone specifically in the chat weirdos, but you know, there are weirdos out in the world. And yeah. But back to what we were talking about. So antioxidants, what I like to use for antioxidants is that red drink. So Ninja Red. It's full of antioxidants. It has The wolfberries, which is the Ninja wolfberries, also known as goji berries, they are native to China and they are high in antioxidants. But there's other fruits from concentrate like sweet cherry, plum, pomegranate, and there are infused essential oils like yuzu, lime, lemon, orange, and tangerine. So it has a very unique flavor. It's not bad. There's no caffeine. It's all plant based and it tastes really good, but it's full of antioxidants. So you're getting a lot of antioxidants with this drink. So I drink that every single day. Food equals protein meal. Supplements equals digestive enzymes or fiber. Yes. Yes. So with protein meals, I'm definitely an advocate of eating animal products, but there's also products that you can get from plants that will give you protein. Now, you would have to eat a whole lot more of the plant protein to get what you need from it, but it is possible. And you definitely want to support your gut with digestive things. Peppermint is really good for your digestive system, oregano, like there's so many things out there. And when you're consuming fruits and vegetables, you're getting your fiber intake. So it's just a whole lot better. And you're getting antioxidants, which is just going to, in return, do some greatness and justice for your gut. Um, yeah. How to know what gaps you have. So, again, I'm going to say that again. How to know what gaps you have. So, questions people should ask themselves. If you are wondering, do I have gaps in my daily lifestyle when it comes to supplements versus foods, whole foods? Ask yourself these questions. Am I eating enough vegetables daily? Are you? I know on a daily basis, I would say I'm like out of 10, like a 7 or an 8. So I could do, there's some work to be improved. Um, because mostly I do eat a lot of vegetables and I am more aware that I should do that. And I try to stay away from canned foods. So canned vegetables I try to stay away from. If it's frozen, I feel like that's a better choice because you're not getting a lot of the sodium and it kind of locks in the nutrients when you get it frozen. Um, I mean, granted, you're going to lose some, but it's better than the can. If you can go fresh, go fresh. The best way is fresh. Am I hydrated? So, are you drinking enough water? And not only just water, but are you drinking electrolytes? Are you hydrating your water? Are you adding things to your water like rosemary, lime, cucumber? Those things hydrate your water. So, you're adding things to it to make that hydration even better. Are you doing that? I can say on my end, I don't always hydrate my water, but I do electrolytes from time to time, and I do drink. I'd say if it's not Ninja Red or sweet tea, I'm drinking like 90% of water, which is in the cup right now. I drink a lot of water daily. Um, so are you hydrated? Am I stressed or tired often? So I wouldn't say I'm stressed. I could say I'm tired, but I work two physical jobs, so um, I feel like my energy level is good, especially for working two jobs. But am I tired? Yes. Am I stressed? I would say on average, out of 10, maybe like a 4 or 5, like right in the lower range of being stressed. When I have stressful moments, and yes, we are human, so we're going through stress, but I release it. I just let it be, and I try not to overthink it or stress it or like start thinking like, oh, this and that, and this is gonna happen, and like I don't try to do that. So I go to my stress reliefs, meditation, my essential oils, yoga, working out. You can read books. Like I gave you some examples earlier, but yeah, there's a lot of things you can do for stress, and I definitely use my stress relief things. Do I struggle with digestion? I do not struggle with digestion. Now, from time to time, and this may be TMI, but from time to time, I do get constipated, but it's not like a everyday type of thing. It's like very rare for me. I wouldn't even say it's like once a month, but it does happen. And if I do have some kind of digestion issue, I know what I can do. I have essential oils that can help with it, and I have natural sources like ginger and peppermint. They're going to help as well. And if I don't have those like whole foods in front of me, I have the oils. So a lot of greatness to essential oils. If you don't have something in your home, but you have the oil, it will save you. Am I consistent with meals? And for me, I am. I am very consistent for the most part. I'd say I'm like an 89% when it comes to consistent meals. Um, Now there are days where I'm like, okay, I didn't eat like today. I didn't eat breakfast, but I definitely put food in my gut for a late lunch and for dinner. So it's not like I missed 3 meals out of the day or only ate once out of the day. Like that. That's not me. But it does happen from time to time. It's just not a consistent thing for me when it comes to that. So I am pretty consistent. And again, when I do my meals, I put at least one protein from animal and like 2 to 3 vegetables. And I try to keep the vegetables different. So like broccoli, spinach, and potato or whatever it may be. Um, a simple guidance that you can start with is start with food. Always start with your food. Change up what you're eating. If you're eating a lot of processed foods like pizzas that you just throw in the oven, or if it's already ready and all you have to do is warm it up, that is not a healthy meal. You want to do something different. Maybe start doing meal preps like every Sunday, meal prep for the week. Whether it's, and you can start off with salads, but keep it simple. Keep it simple. And as you get better with your meal preps, you can do more. And I was doing meal preps and then I stopped and I'm going to get back into it. So starting in February, I'll be better with my meal preps because I don't eat out a lot, but I noticed lately, like last week, I probably had 2 days where I ate out, and that was burritos. And it wasn't from a restaurant; it was from one of the coworkers at work. He makes burritos, but I feel like that's eating out because it's just not in my kitchen. But and then I had, what was it? What did I had something this week. I was like, yeah, we're not doing that again. And it wasn't even that good. It was something, but I can't even think of what it was. But yeah, I don't do that too often, and I'm gonna be better at making my food. So I do have food that I'm gonna be cooking. Baked chicken. Shout out to Chef. He was making baked chicken with cabbage and I think it was cabbage and the sausage. I saw his video and I was like, "Ooh, that looks good." So I was like, "Let me get some cabbage." And I already had the sausage and the chicken, so that's what we're doing. Add supplements where life creates gaps. So if you have any gaps throughout your lifestyle, where you're not just getting enough, or you're something is constricting you to get what you need out of your food, like timing or whatever it may be, start using supplements. I'm a big advocate for it. But remember, it's not to replace anything, it's to support you. Focus on consistency over perfection. So you don't need to be perfect with supplementing, it needs to be consistent. It's going to be consistent, not perfected. And the better you get at with your consistency of taking supplements and just eating healthier and things like that, it will come a lot easier. The more you do it, the better it will get. And just a disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I have no medical advice to give. This was all research, my own experiences. And if you decide to use any of what I just went over, please talk to your healthcare provider before starting something new, because these are supplements, and even though they are plant based, they can still interfere with like prescribed medication, and that's not what you want. They can counteract with each other, and you don't want that. So just talk to your healthcare provider before starting something new. But with that being said, I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And if you have any questions, please ask away. Hello, the Bud Files. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you. We were just talking about supplements versus whole foods and filling in the gaps with supplements. I'm a supplement advocate. And if you're taking any current supplements, good for you. But just make sure they're a third-party tested company. If you want to try any of the supplements that I have, please check out the description. It also gives you a discount code in the description, so you can save some coins, and you're not spending all that money. But they do work. They will definitely work with your body and not against your body, or you're taking something and not flushing it out of your body. But I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you learned something. Hello, Lucy. I just seen your comment. I don't know why I didn't see you on my other screen, but sorry for that. But thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll be back tomorrow and talk about the gifts with purchase. So remember, on the first of the month, it's always gifts with purchase. So if you do place an order and you do it through a loyalty order, you get free things in return, like a 24% discount and the free product of the month if you spend a certain amount. And you also get cash back to use on future product purchases. And yeah, it's a great way to get things into your home without having to pay for all the extra. You're paying for what you need. And they work, and I love it, and I'm a big advocate for it. Been on this journey for almost 5 years now, so love what I do here. Love to educate and let people know that there are better choices out here in the world, and if you choose to, you can do the same by clicking the link in the description to get your natural plant-based products in your home today. Also, if you missed my video from this morning, please go check it out. It's a Valentine's Day special. If you're looking for any gift ideas for Valentine's Day and you celebrate it, just check it out. I made a short and I made a short video, so you can see what it's about. It's 2 items that you can see. I don't want to spoil the surprise, but go over there and watch the video. It's a very short video. It gives you all the information about it, but also the short, go watch that as well. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a great rest of your night. I don't see any questions coming in, so I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow or in these YouTube streets. Bye for now. And as always, pay for your health now or pay for your sickness later. Till next time. Bye for now. Love ya.
Yeah, they call me famous, but that's just my name. I'm rooted in oil, that's my real claim to fame. Rooted in essential oils is about a